Welcome everybody. Hope you are having a great day. Today we're just going to be doing a little tutorial of the Magic Touch panel, just to go over just some of the basic features. Which pretty much will be going through the frequency separation, dodge burn, easy skin, and utilities. And I might go to some of the face warp just to show you how that works. But the Magic Touch panel is a glorified action panel, so just give you a heads up on that. But other than that, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. As always, you already know, gotta make the extra copy of your main so you won't do any destructiveness. But with the frequency, I don't use the AI because you use your tokens, because you have 500 tokens when it comes to generative AI, so I choose not to use that. And yeah, I just don't use it. Of course, when it comes to frequency separation, you have quick and pro. I'm going to show you how both of them work. With quick, it's exactly as it says. It's quick. Just hop in and you just start brushing away. AI gives you the mixer brush, and it gives you a perspective setting where it's not too destructive, but it just blends in just nice and right. As you can see, it's a subtle effect. As we all know, we all love subtle effects around here. And I will have the link for this picture in the description so you can follow along. As retouching, it is fun, y'all. It is fun. We're just gonna be doing quick, then I'm gonna be switching over to pro so I can show you what pro looks like. Now please know I'm not doing nothing extreme on this. I'm just showing y'all a little tutorial how this works. We'll be doodling in this tutorial, so you can most definitely follow along if you want to. If not, I will leave timestamps. But this is just a fair share of what frequency separation can do just with the mixer brush. We're just gonna make it look beautiful. Make it look beautiful. All right, so this is just using the quick settings. So let me show you. It goes from this to that to that. So what we do, just wanna go ahead and do that. And we're gonna go to the pro setting. Now when it comes to pros, you can set your values of how you want to set your skin on. When it comes to the plugin, they pretty much just give you a universal value of 30, which is like in between of working between, I guess, what professionals use. But to me, 30, how to pretty much it sets pretty much works best in all scenarios. The same thing, you can always use your little mixer brush if you want to, or clone stamp tool if you want to, all the same. Or you can always use your good old patch tool. Just patch it away, patch it away. You can always use the mixer brush if you want to. Never goes wrong. But I have no idea how lengthy this tutorial will be, so pretty much just gonna be doodling along with each other, y'all. We're all gonna be just doodling along. So
my parents aren't gonna be home.
And when it comes to this, I most highly advise y'all to get a calibrated monitor. Yeah, it goes super long ways. Same thing, we use a mixer brush. And others will ask, why would you want to use a color calibrated monitor? One, when you edit your pictures, you want your pictures to represent what's on your cell phone, so the colors won't shift. You want, when you realize when your screen is not calibrated, it's gonna be a nasty shift in colors when it comes to uploading to the online, especially if you're using web-based pictures, because it's sRGB. So just give you a heads up on that. When it comes to frequency separation, it's very subtle, y'all. Some people like to go above and beyond. You have that wax figure look. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, because in certain areas around the world, they like that look. So it's nothing wrong. It's all that artsy style. So if you don't like it, I mean, don't bash nobody. It's an art style. So America got our own little ways of how we doing things, and Asia has the ways, India has the ways of doing things. So we don't go around just bash people on the artsy ways, y'all. But that we are in doodle mode right now. We're just doodling around, so just gonna be doodling along. You can follow along. Gotta get that. Slide you there. Get you all the way. I should be using my pen, but I'm not using my pen. And just give you a heads up, frequency separation separates the skin tones and the textures. Just give you a heads up so y'all can do your mad wizardry, you know, the mad wizardry. We're just doing subtleness, y'all. We're just making this nice and subtle. I gotta get that cleared away. So we're gonna use most likely a patch tool. Show y'all multiple ways how to get this done. Gotta get this done. So we're just gonna slide it right down there. Gotta get you right there. And it's good to have a 10-bit monitor. I forgot to tell you, a 10-bit monitor so you won't have any color banding. Because you would get color banding with an 8-bit monitor. We'll kind of get that all squared away. That was a hot spot. I'm going to show you how to fix this little hot spot right there. Matter of fact, let me go and get back to my good old brush. I'm just going to your chin nice and right. We're just going for that subtle look, y'all. We're just going for a subtle look. Nothing too major. We're not doing nothing too major. And for the ones that are like, oh, I need a little bit of help in seeing what's going on, you can always use your helper layer. Gives you a little bit more detail what's going on. As you see, we got to smoothen that out. We most definitely have to smoothen this out, smoothen that out. So we got some ways to go, y'all. We got some most definitely ways to go with this. Oops, the heck just happened? There we go. I'm not gonna be, matter of fact, I'm not gonna even be lazy. I'm just pretty much show y'all, just smooth them. If it doesn't work because it's too blurred out, just use a patch tool. Because that's what we call the nice, beautiful bokeh. Nice, beautiful bokeh. Oh, and I forgot to mention too the removal tool. Oh my gosh. We're gonna get to it. Yeah, the removal tool works. It works pretty well now, y'all. You just, as you can see, remove stuff pretty well when it comes to frequency separation. I almost forgot that. So works good on cloth too. Gotta get them, you know, little length spots off the t-shirt, you know, the little ones that shows. Because as a photographer, you will be doing this a lot. This is gonna be something you will be doing a whole lot. So have yourself a nice, good old length roller, because you will be doing this. And let me show you what how the removal tool works. We're just gonna say we're gonna pretend this is a blemish and not a beauty mark. As you can see, and it does its job extremely well. Oops. It doesn't do its job too well, so just be aware it can be a little bit on the destructive side. But when it comes to like small blemishes, it does its job pretty well. Like right there, it works. Like it does its job. So, and let me go and bring out the good old spot healing. Patch tool, my bad. Patch tool, I always get the names mixed up. We got the patch tool. We just want to slide you up right there. Yeah, y'all, when it comes to this retouch, y'all, take your time. You don't have to rush nothing. Because at the end of the day, it's your artsy style. And we're here to have fun, y'all. Hey, y'all. Look at that. This is where we're going, y'all. This is what it looks like. We're going from her. This is what it looks like right there. That. See? We're making some moves around here, ladies and gents. We're making some moves. I might have to get that. Let me go and get that out the way. It's pretty obvious. Gotta get that out the way. Gonna have to do some little cleaning right there. It's gonna get this. It's gonna get that out the way, y'all. Just gonna get this out the way. I know you're like, how the heck are you seeing this? Color calibrated monitor, y'all. You can see the difference. Matter of fact, that's just gonna do it like that. Just make sure right, stuff that we see that needs to be, you know, corrected. Just gonna go in and correct it. I'm not gonna go too deep all up in this, but I'm gonna do it enough so you can understand how it looks like after you do a retouch. Now, I don't suspect y'all to become professionals off the TOP. I'm not a professional, so it's a learning process and it does take time. And don't beat yourself up. That's the best thing I can tell you. Do not beat yourself up when it comes to retouch, because it is your own artsy style. On that, let's go and doodle, y'all. We're in doodle mode. We're just doodling around here. That's all we're doing. Showing you how this tool works. To me, it's well worth the money. So you don't have to keep on doing the same stuff over and over and over again. All right, I'm not gonna clean up none of them little glitter marks. Let's see if she has anything in her hair that needs to. Oh, we got something. I'll get rid of you. Let's zoom out, see if anything's noticeable. All right. And the removal tool is pretty good when cleaning hair, especially when you're doing freaky. Let me show you. It'd be best if I just pretty much just show you. See, I've got the little hair right there. See, it does a pretty good job of removing stuff. So if you one of the guys who are very anal when it comes to hair, yeah, the removal tool on this frequency separation does a pretty good job. Even without the frequency separation, does its job pretty well. So, shout out to Adobe. And if it doesn't work the first time, just go back over it. Usually it gets it right. I'm not gonna go super picky on the hair. Simple for the fat. That's a whole nother beast of its own. So I'm just gonna leave that just as is. And we're gonna get back to what this tutorial is all about. That is just a basic retouch of her face. All right, so right now it looks pretty good to me. I mean, nothing too major that we need to do. Looks good to me. Now we can go to the low pass. When it comes to low pass, use your good old mixer brush. And all we're gonna do, if you want to, you can put your helper layer on to make it a little bit more easier for you when you're in your low pass. And with your mixer brush, hold Alt and click around the area. And all you're doing, we're just filling it in. And for the ones that need to know what's going on, we're blending in the skin. As you see, the skin is just slowly but surely blending in. We're going for the subtle look, y'all. We're going for a very, very subtle look. She does have a hot spot, so we're not gonna be going too majorly crazy. So what you want to do, you want to fix that, just zoom out a little bit, you know, just you gotta work with it. You gotta work with the skin tone. It's not one of the things you can just do it alone. You really gotta work with. You gotta massage it. You gotta massage it, y'all. There's nothing wrong with massaging. All right here. So what we're gonna do? We're just complimenting, y'all. That's all we're doing. We're just complimenting the skin tones. We're not doing nothing major, nothing like that. We're just complimenting. Just doing stuff that's very subtle. That's the whole point of the low pass, is makes stuff very subtle. Something you just like, oh. very subtle. And major. Not doing nothing major around here, ladies and gentlemen. We're not doing nothing major around here. We're just making this very subtle. And for those that want to see what it looks like, I'm going for subtleness up. Subtleness around here. Just make sure we got everything nice and even Steven, nice and tight. I always go with this, the flow of the skin. Always go with the flow of the skin, y'all. Yeah, it looks nice to me. It looks pretty nice. I like that. I like it. For those want to see. The low pass, as you can see, with the shadows right there, you can see there's a little bit of shadow right there. And once you get that, it just, you know, it's something subtle, y'all. Very subtle. All right, now that we got that out the way, let's go and head on over to. All right, so you got multiple ways of doing this. You got your clean skin, which is just the outright easy plain Jane. Let me just show you. It starts with a brush, and all you do, you just paint over. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. It pretty much replaces the skin. As you can see, replaces the skin. And usually you can turn it to like 50 to 25. It gives you that little natural replacement smoothness if you want. And if you want a little bit more of that wax look, go 50. It's a glow. It makes everything easy for you. It just the easy skin just makes everything easy for you. When it comes to clean skin, so we're gonna get that out the way. And inverted high pass filter. I'm gonna show you the smart one first before we go to inverted. An inverted high pass filter, the smart one, it pretty much makes it easy for you. Let me show you what that does. Same thing. It's gonna put you on the brush. You're just gonna paint on. Now the difference between the smart and inverted high pass is very, very, very subtle. It's a very subtle thing. I don't know if y'all can see. I got busy. Like as you see, it's very, very subtle. It removes the rough texture of the skin and just pretty much smooths it out with the blur. Now when it comes to inverted high pass, some people use the whole face. I try not to do that. I just go for the areas that needs to complement the side. For those that needs to like how, just use inverted high pass filter. Woo! Let's not do it like that. But we're gonna use inverted high pass filter, and it will pretty much shows you what is it doing in the background. Because as you see, right here looks a little rough, and if you just go right up over it, you can tell it's just smoothing on out. That's all we're doing, y'all. We're just making this very, very subtle. Because with inverted high pass, if you see something smooth, you don't need to do it. You're just gonna be open to doing it. We're just doing very subtleness, y'all. So we just want to blend it in. We're going for subtleness. That's our main goal. Subtle. And as you see, got to invert it. Gotta get your little nose. Sorry about that. Gotta get the nose, y'all. You gotta get that nose. Get that nose. Could be a little bit on. I know it's gonna be very important sometimes. But anywho, it's gonna go from that to that. And sometimes if you see that happens, it happens. You can always get rid of it. And those like how you do that, just press X and you can paint away. See, we're going for that subtle look, y'all. True subtleness. Let me go on and add a little bit back. I did a little bit overboard. All right. As you see, it goes from this to that, this to that. Oops. Those want to see, and we're going to most definitely clean up this a little bit right here. We're going to get nice. You don't do it if you want. Always go a little bit above the eyebrows. Get a little bit right there. Alright. I'm sorry, I'm using a smart. I wasn't supposed to use the smart all the way, but that's just the showing of that. Let's go ahead. Alright, so let's go ahead to the inverted. Inverted, same thing. All it is, you just get to be able to set your values. It's the exact same thing. You just paint on. It's a little smoother, y'all. We're just going for a little smooth look. Not too major. Just very, very subtle. That's what I like the subtleness. We're going for subtle look, y'all. We're going for the subtle look. Alright, so now that we got that squared away, now we got our good old skin texture. It's practically exactly as it says. If, for instance, you need to add skin texture back, you can add it right here. As you can see, like, need some extra skin texture. That's the best way to do it. Right now, she does not need that, so we're not gonna pretty much be using that. Even skin tone. Actually, matter of fact, remove acne is dang near the same as clean skin, so I'm not gonna pretty much show you. It's practically the same stuff. But when it comes to even skin tones, it pretty much makes the mask, and you can always just drag it up just like that, and it works like that. But you have to do one extra step when it comes to the even skin tone. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back, and we're gonna click on this, and we're gonna go up in here. And you have to set your values. So our darkest spots, pretty much our darkest skin tone will always be right here. So just hold Alt. It's gonna sample that. Click right here, our mids. So we're gonna look for where our mids will be roughly around, let's say, right here. And we're gonna go for our highlights, where the brightest part of her skin tone is. So we're gonna pretty much use that right here on our face. And boom. Once you do that, you can always, before you do anything, click OK. And if you want, you can always drag this up, and you can do the you just turn the opacity down. Whew, I almost got tongue twisted. But just turn the opacity down, and if you want, it's very subtle. Even Steven skin tone. That's just a little cheap way. Just showing y'all a little quick cheap way how to get that done. And pretty much, yeah, y'all, this is pretty much good for me. Nothing too major. We're just doing something subtle. We're doing something subtle, y'all. We're not doing a true professional retouch. We're just doing something truly subtle. We haven't gone into the eyebrows and anything like that. Start getting them squared away. We ain't doing all that. We haven't really just got some of that stuff squared away and all that. We're just doing something very subtle. And most people that you shoot with, like the average person, they're gonna love this anyway. They're gonna love it. They're not gonna complain. So just give you a heads up on that. They're not complaining. All right, so now we got that all squared away. What we're going to do, we're going to do some little eyes. I told you I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. When it comes to eyes, we'll do some of the detail. Only thing the detail does, it just sharpens the eyes. Just add a little sharpness to it. I'll get that little sharpness to it. And for those who want to know what type of lighting setup, it was a beauty dish with a reflector. So for those who don't know what type of lighting setup that was. So we just detailed the eyes. I'm not going to go too much in the eyes. And lips, if you want to, you can always whiten teeth, but she's not showing her teeth. And we're going to add a little pop. You know, add a little pop to the lips, you know. We just add a little pop, you know what I'm saying? A little pop. Get a little pop. If you want, pass it down just a tad bit, so it won't be too inferno. And when it comes to hair, you can do it's really what you can do. Dodge and burn. It's really whatever how you want to do it. You know what's crazy, y'all? I completely forgot to do dodge and burn. So let's get into the dodge and burn, y'all. So we're gonna head to curves. All right, when it comes to dodge or burn, shoot. I mean, if if the lighting is good and you like it, you really don't have to do it in dodge and burn. But that's what dodge and burn is. Matter of fact, let me just show y'all just a little cheap way. This is contour. I'm just gonna do some little contour, dodge and burn. I'm not gonna be going too much off the woodwork, so it's nothing too fancy. I'm just gonna show you a little. What I can do for you. And all you do, you just go to your feather and just feathered it out. Just show y'all. It adds nice depth to it. Dodge and burn adds depth to the picture. And that burn needs to be feathered more. Feather a little bit more.
I'd like to be more consistently here, you know. I'd like to really get on a.
See, it adds a little depth, y'all. That's what the dodge burn does. It adds depth to the picture. And you can always, if you want, you can like, oh, I need to burn this out. I mean, dodge it out. You can dodge it out if you want to. But we're gonna show you another way. So we're gonna save this. We're actually gonna save that. We're gonna save that. And you have your gray layer. Now, when it comes to the gray layer, I just use the dodge. I just use the good old dodge tool. It works pretty well. Just go over it, and if you want, just hold Alt. It does the exact opposite. It's just very subtle.
Well, it resonated.
Very subtle.
A bell inside of me, a bell that rings a lot that says, "Remember, it'll come back."
And I use my exposure too.
Remember, this is your life.
But that's how it works with that. Let me go back to gray layer. We're gonna dodge that.
This is not a dress rehearsal.
It's very subtle. Just keep on brushing. That's all I like about it. It's very subtle. Goes from that to that. I dodged too hard though. So what you want to do, just go back over with Alt, and there we go. I use gray layers when it comes to dodging and burning. Matter of fact, I need to make that a little bit darker. All right, there we go. I use gray layers. It's a little bit more. It's way more subtle. I'm not gonna smoothen out. I'm just gonna leave a little detail when it comes to the lips. Actually, matter of fact, I might have to, because yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fix that. And all we're just gonna do, ladies and gentlemen, we're just gonna do the quick frequency separation. We're not gonna do nothing too major with the little dodge and burn. We just whoops. Now we're gonna do, don't forget to press Alt. I'm just gonna hide just that. We're in 2024. They like that perfect skin. You don't want no wrinkles to show. You don't want none of that wrinkles to show. I don't want my wrinkles to show. I got you. And try not to be as messy as I am. It's not gonna look like that, but try to name it. But look at that, look at her, man. She look up. We gotta get all this stuff closed, man. It don't make sense to have all this stuff open, man. You ain't gonna need to have all this open. So we're gonna go back to the beginning. We're going back to the beginning of time. We're gonna close all that. So she's looking like this. From that to that. From that to that. That to that. To me, looks pretty good. Got a little ways to work on, but your client, if they are not a true professional and they are a true amateur time, they will love this. They're going to love it, and you're going to love it. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to do some little mad widgetry around here. We're not going to mess with the eyes too much, but what we are going to do, we're going to drop some of them, you know what I'm saying? We're going to drop some little few pounds off of her, you know what I'm saying? We're going to drop a little few pounds off of her. And if you want, just, you know, make it very subtle. It's very subtle, y'all. We ain't doing nothing major, just something a little subtle. And something like what I like to do with eyes, especially when it comes to women, I like to tone them in a little bit, just, you know, give them that little tone in effect. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna group y'all up. And see, just it's very subtle. We ain't doing nothing major, y'all. We just doing something very, very subtle. Very subtle. Nothing major. We ain't doing nothing major, y'all. We pretty much got this squared away. And usually, if you want to, you can always go to finish. You can do some subject enhancement if you want to. You got ways to do. But usually, I just do detail and whole image, which pretty much just self sharpens the whole image for you. And you're pretty much good to go. You got your final touches if you want to, HDR, and it comes with a glorified watermark, so you can add your watermarks. But other than that, y'all, this is pretty much just a little walkthrough of the Magic Touch repanel, and I hope y'all learned something and enjoyed it. And pretty much, let's get it. And hope this is able to get you started on your retouch progress. Other than that, enjoy yourselves. I love y'all, and I will be dropping some more tutorials. Let's get it.